Episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, and this is the second last episode of this particular season. And of course, as we know, things are collapsing, things have collapsed, in fact, and everything is coming to this particular point where we will see that Wilson Fisk will be evicted out of power. Now, how that happens, I mean, it is pretty evident. First, I mean, the public doesn't back him anymore. He promised certain things and which actually just backfired to himself. Like, he just did the opposite of what he is speaking of doing. He's wanting to bring order, but he is in fact creating more chaos by putting his anti-vigilante task force out there. He's putting this chaos by causing these incitements amongst people. And yeah, and even his legal backing, like through the government, the governor, even all of them are backing out. Mr. Charles, who was backing, who was a power broker, who was dealing arms with him, even he's backing out. So now Fisk is really on his own, and he's trying to do things his own way, in his natural ways, which is again like a gangster, like a mob boss. We saw he tried to kill that governor, but that didn't work out. Bullseye did the right thing finally, saved someone important. And in here, we also see Daniel's death. And I mean, Daniel's character was one of the most invigorating characters in this series. Like, there was depth to him that was created by him. There was something to him that he created it, and it felt good. Like, it wasn't that that his character played into a theme, or it brought something to the table. I mean, yes, of course he did. The character was integral to this entire narrative. He was still a cog in the machine, but he still felt important. His character, his personality felt important, and that is what makes these interesting and heavy characters. And I mean, we see his death, and he chooses to give away his life over BB. I mean, he finally did the right thing, but at what cost? His own life. And I mean, I was sad to see him go. Even Buck was sad to see him go, because Buck kind of liked him more throughout, the episodes, throughout the seasons, and he has to end him. And again, Daniel just puts that dilemma right into Buck's head. I mean, wait some time and you'll be one on the ground, and someone will be, pointing the gun at your head. So, I mean, I think that is just foreshadowing, which is like kind of going to happen, I feel. But yeah, and then of course we see literally Wilson Fisk just bugging out. He's not acting like himself. He's still pretty agitated. He's not that calm and composed, even though in his, what do you say, furiousness, he's still a little calm and composed, which we just like. It just doesn't feel like Fisk. His head just doesn't seem in that game anymore. So yeah, he's just trying to do whatever he can while keeping his mind sane. Now, keeping sanity in mind, we see finally Glenn's character break. We see her mind break. This looming shadow of the muse is right beside her every single time. And finally, she's getting taken over by it. She's getting taken over by the spirit of, what do you say, the muse, and she's finally turning into him. I mean, she literally snaps out at the end of the episode. So yeah, that was one of the heavy implications, that of course she's turning into the muse. We might see that in the next season. But yeah, we also see a reference to Luke Cage, that he's doing some overseas mission, and he and of course Jessica Jones is back in here. They have a kid. So yeah, let's see how that plays out in the next season. And of course, set leaks have given us a good proportionate reasoning about they're going all over the defenders again. I mean, Iron Fist is back, Jessica Jones is back, Luke Cage is back in the next season of Daredevil Born Again. Set leaks show that. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of, I mean, you have to do it. You are kind of closing this big chapter of the MCU with Secret Wars, with Doomsday, with, across the, or and like beyond the Spider-Verse. All of that is happening. The grander narrative of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as of whole is coming to an end, is as of coming to a halt. And a new chapter will begin after this. But yeah, this is like the big end, the big culmination of the MCU that we have lived through, and now it is time for newer stars. It is time for newer faces to get into the MCU, to get into the characters that we have seen these guys play for so long. So yeah, I think they have to just go all out for the next season. They will be bringing all of that Netflix lore into it. They will be bringing all of this, street level side of the MCU into it. And yeah, now again, the last episode is left, and let's see what that finale brings, because it will definitely show us Fisk being out of office, because we know from the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer what happens. I mean, he doesn't seem to be in power. Fisk doesn't seem to be in power. It seems that his assistant, or the other woman that was in his office that was helping him, she might be the one who's running for office. So yeah, let's see what happens. And yeah, it was great. This episode was more of like, okay, so it was like a sequential thing. It was just dominoes falling on, and we were seeing what happens after, each and every act. Like, this was happening, that was happening, and that is why this was happening. So yeah, everybody and everything was just falling into place, which leads to the final episode next week. We'll check that, we'll see that. And yeah, that's it for this one. Sub the channel, everything superheroes here, comics, movies, whatever. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next.